Hello, everybody. Excuse me, a bit hoarse. How you doing? How is everyone this Tuesday? Let's take a sup of my drink. I've been busy trying to get various things, last-minute ideas implemented for this. Let's see who's in the chat. Hi, Andy. Hi, Tom. Hi, Richard. Hi, guys. Wow, that's great. Okay, Peter, good to see you. Thanks for joining. A horse? Am I seeing that correctly? Okay, so I thought it'd be good to get back as I said last time, to get the modular back on the table. And I'll just talk through a little bit of what we've got set up there. First of all, what are we drinking? What are we drinking? Today, we are drinking something to soothe the throat, because as you all may or may not know, licorice is very good for the throat. So I've swollen, don't know why. I think it's all this crazy kind of weather that we're having. So I've got I think it's Aldi? It's Lidl. Lidl's fancy deluxe peppermint and licorice tea. It's actually really good, really strong flavours. Only if you like peppermint and licorice, of course, which I do. So that's what I'm drinking. What are you guys drinking? Something fruity, something caffeine based, something non-caffeine based, something alcoholic, something soft. What are you drinking? And corporate pop again. And I won't make the mistake of thinking it's council pop, although I do think every time. Yeah, Richard, do that. I got hooked when I was a touring professional. I got hooked on throat coat. It used to be, certainly touring the States, it was in every dressing room that we went to. There'd be, a fruit basket, maybe, a whole selection of things that we had requested on the rider. But there was always a few odds and ends that were, that were sort of complimentary from the venue. And throat coat was pretty much in there, sort of every single one. So nobody drank it. So I thought, well, I'll try a bit, and it was actually really, I find it really tasty. So this is the closest thing I've been able to find to it over here. I'm sure there are stores that you can find it in the UK, but as with most things that don't, sit on our shelves regularly, like, the American brands that, Reese's Buttercup things. I mean, they weren't around either. They're kind of fairly recent, but, those American kind of brands, they're fairly standard. But yeah, the Kraken Simon. It's one of my favourites. I do like a good rum with Coke, or just neat on the ice with a chunk of lime. It's all good. Yeah, Peter, I totally do it. Oh, it's good. So, just a couple of housekeeping things. I've changed the way I do audio again because I can't deal with even the slightest amount of echo, so I've completely done away with the universal audio mic preamp. I'm now using my RME Fireface because total mix, so I can put everything into it and I can take individual outs back into the streamer without any crosstalk. So, and I can monitor within the interface. It's like, I was just looking for really fancy solutions for things, and I was even looking at a whole bunch of things like Heritage Audio, Cranbourne pre's with and even the big knob was in there for a minute, but I don't think anything really does it. And this is the slickest version, so hopefully, why is the mic on from the camera? Okay, I don't know what that was, but I've just turned that off. Hopefully, it's loud enough. But then if it's not loud enough, and the music, hello, what? It's very quiet. So, is that going to be a problem? It sounds very quiet, unless it's just okay. very quiet now. Voice or music? Jamie, how you doing? Welcome to Jamming in Jimjams. You're lucky, actually. For those of you who have been tuning into this particular segment, you'll notice something different. I was able to find some pajamas. Funnily enough, I'm a sucker for charity shops. I buy all sorts of weird stuff. I don't know if you can see it. Probably not, because let me just switch to this camera. I've just bought that clock. Yeah, that clock. I can't do it. My finger doesn't go where I want it to go. That clock for $3.99. So cool. Anyway, I love my 70s kind of kitsch. So I've been looking for a pair of pajamas that have that only when I laugh kind of vibe. But, you know, I think if we're going back to Figgis, I mean, it's the wrong colour, right? But I think Figgis had a cravat. I think that would work. Jamming in Jimjams with a cravat. And I think it's silk dressing gown rather than my fleecy one. Because, I mean, I have to say, it is cold again. This is probably when my throat's playing up. Open shirt and medallions. Yeah, was that Figgis? Was that what he was? Yeah, maybe. Hospital Jimjams. Yeah. Quiet, Richard. So I'm quiet. Am I quiet again? Okay, I do that thing, don't I, where I sort of my voice goes quiet. Let me just. Okay, so I've just whacked that right up. So hopefully that still looks low on the mic. Okay, we're going to do something a little bit different here. I'm just going to put this on as well at the same time. I think this needs to go up. It's a constant battle, and Jamie and actually Andy, you'll both know the sort of pains to get things just right. What I really felt when you talked about the change of interface. Maybe I upset something. I've got a mouse here somewhere. Where on God's green earth is my mouse? Oh, okay. So, I'm going to go to the interface. Whack things right up. Okay, this is me now talking, and that looks a little bit. I'm touching just now. Right, well, that's definitely louder there. Okay, how are we feeling about that? Much better. Great, Simon. Thank you. But how's that? Oh, do you know what? I'm not monitoring the output. Am I monitoring the input? So, music-wise, is that good? We could go. That looks like that's quite hot. Music too loud. Good. Okay, so how's that? Is that better? Are we good with that? Is that ignoring? So we're good on the vocal, on the voice. Still too loud. How's that? That's kind of ducked down a bit. I'm monitoring now on my screen here, and both of them are within the sort of. It does look very quiet. The mic seems to be dipping again. Is the mic volume gone down? That'll do, Simon says. Better. Okay, so shall we? Now I need to turn up the. This kind of often. It's part of the live stream, isn't it? I swear there's got to be an easy way. This. Oh, here we go. Okay, so that's me. See, I can hear everything in my ears is perfect. So as long as the output, yeah, there we go. So I'm nice and light, nice and light. Okay, so let's stop that. Right, now for whatever reason, I can't get the output of the. Oh, I need to see what there we go. Great. I've gone all Terry Wogan again. Not a bad place to go, though, is it? Terry was a great broadcaster. Done even slightly more Irish than he would have been in real life, because he was quite anglicised, wasn't he? It was soft Irish in the background, very anglicised. Radio 2, every morning. My childhood, going down to walk to school. I've gone that way, like the wrong way. Do you remember going down to see Hugh Harry? And his mum Diana always had Terry Wogan on. We didn't listen to radio in my house growing up. Yeah, so that was kind of it. But that's 80s. Walking to school with that. No. Okay, so Lisa, how you doing? Right. Okay, so I think we've sorted out the. So, oh, hello. Does that look like it's frozen? Why is... I've also, my phone, oh, lordy, my lovely iPhone in a mouse case, the ones that drop them from helicopters. Yes, my phone still works. I've had it for 2 years, and I don't know how it did it, but it dropped. And the back shattered. Therefore taking the camera, and I use the camera for filming and all sorts of stuff, so who doesn't? But so I had to go back, so I'm using my old Samsung, so I've had to go back to Android and set it up today, and it's been on and off. But anyway, blah blah. So it looks like, for whatever reason, okay, there we go. Okay, right, it's not playing. It's so weird. Yeah, it is. Okay, that's fine. There's a slight delay. That's fine. Right. Anyway, so we are today going. Oh, you rolled back when it sounded great. You looked over your right and said, "Why is the mic?" You pressed something and the volume went. Oh. Is that... Oh, okay. So are we back to being too quiet? Yeah, the clicks, this, I think. It's my diabetes. It's going to be one of those streams, isn't it? Slight. So have I got rid of the click? I've turned the volume. I think the click is just a pulse. It's this, isn't it? You can see it. So it's that. So if I put that back up now to that sort of size. So unless... Did I up the volume? The only thing I did, Jamie, was I played with the key mix, which is just total mix, which is just affecting my mix. It shouldn't affect the output. It's a straight line out, so that should... Oh, there's the cat. I mean, it's, I suppose Robin has chickens and builders. Mouse clicked something. Oh. I'm going to have to sort him out. It's really... Jackson, dude, seriously. They've been fed. He's just... I don't know what's going on. Bring him in, because he obviously wants he's obviously had a taste of, sort of streaming himself, and I figure he just wants to... Right, okay, here we go. Come on then, come on. They... Oh, I knew it was going to be one of those when I decided at the last minute to include the 4-track. Anyway, I'm gonna go to that. Go that. Headphones back on. We've now fed the cat extra food. Not that he hasn't. He was fed. Oh, I don't know. Anyone who has cats will probably know that they're quite fussy, generally. and you think you've got the balance of food just right, and then they go off it. So very recently, I switched dry food. So I give them wet food in the morning and dry food in the evening. Greedy cats, yeah, Tom. And they went off the dry food, so I bought them Purina. You know, good quality. Well, you know, I don't know. People, who knows? Anyway, not cheap, not you know, not bargain basement. And Tom, I am looking at OBS again. I did that live jam with the Solstice thing on Streamlabs OBS, and I used my phone because I started looking at macros with this setup with the ATEM Mini. The ATEM Mini can still switch within OBS, so I still get. I mean, that's good now. I've changed the way it works so that actually it just switches really nice and quickly, which it wasn't doing before. But it is one of those things, you know. OBS will allow you to do graphics and all sorts of really cool stuff. And I think, yeah, you know, I can't even see the. Oh yeah, I have a cat called Smudge. I've driven to fill them. I've got three, Jamie. I've got Jackson, who, being Persian, hasn't got the greatest, softest meow. He's got a very harsh, scratchy meow. So it's kind of, it's great. So it's a really good tactic to get for him to get what he wants, because he knows he just meows. I'm like, I'm gonna have to do something. I would have locked him in the house, but I probably would have still heard him. Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah. I sometimes have to lock mine out. Anyway, so back to the sort of volume. Are we happy with the sound of my voice? Is my voice back to being good, or is it quiet again? I wonder if there's just, it could be, if it just drops volume like that, it can't be good. I guess I've just pumped it up a little bit more, so hopefully I can whisper a bit quieter and it'll still be quite loud. It just looks quiet on the mixer. Yeah, I've got, no, not a gate. I've got a. That's telling me that my blood sugars are high. So I've got a closed loop system, so let me just sort my health out. This is crazy. It is weird why it's doing this now. It's been really good. Dose of 2. This is, I'm now regretting having a non-alcoholic beverage. But let us focus on, yeah, is it hippopotamus? It's quiet for you. Okay, right. I haven't got a, so it's not a gate, it's a expander. So maybe just turn that off. Yeah, the joys of this kind of stuff is, you know, you don't realize quite how. I mean, making a video is great. What if I change the threshold to a little bit higher? Does that sound better? I wonder if it's. No, it's worse, isn't it? Off. Right, that's the. I do worry. It looks like it. It looks like the volume went down, actually. I'm sure oh, do you know what? I've been fiddling with the wrong input. Okay, that's better now, right? Because what I've done is I've adjusted I've switched from input 1 to input 2. Although I don't know if it would make any difference. There's no delay, though, and there's no out of syncness, I think. So, should we? Oh, let's try the expander. 1, 2. How's that? Is that better? Does the expander sound obvious now, or is it just taking a little bit of the, you know, back to where we were? I'm not touching anything else. I think that's it. Right. Why is it just not? Okay, well, as long as I can see the conversation, that's fine. I'm not touching anything, Simon. I'm done. Done touching stuff. I spent, and again, I had such a different kind of weekend this weekend. I kind of a restful weekend, which was needed with just chores and cooking and just stuff that, sometimes you need to do, ground yourself. And I do love cooking. So I did a little bit of work on this on Sunday evening and Monday evening after work. And I was just like, yeah, cool. I'm happy with this. I'm obviously yesterday I realised the total mix was the answer to allow me to monitor myself without that horrendous delay caused by putting cut a few frames in, so that my lips synchronize. Okay, so hello, welcome to this week's live stream. I hope you're all well. Of course, I can cut that out now, can't I, at the beginning of the video, but it's 20 minutes or so. Are we? Doesn't look like it. Oh, yeah, 26 minutes. I'm really confused. I'm looking at something and it's like, that's not doing anything. But I think, I think sometimes rest is too good for you, right? Or too bad for you. Right, anyway. So I decided that I was going to do this jam. We were going to put the guitar into the modular. Now, obviously, a guitar has a 1/4-inch output, and because Richard makes such amazing things, I have one of his 2 times attenuated. So you got a 1/4-inch jack, which allows you to plug a guitar in, and it gives you a mini output, and you can attenuate that. So, yeah. Again, another, that's what I need. Or is it? No, maybe I can just put that in there. I need to figure out why I can't hear the, I think that might just be the... Okay, there's one way of doing it, right? Just unplug it. I'd like to hear the audio, so I wonder if you can just slip that into the mixer. It's not. Oh, hello. Is that why? Are you telling me that you've got nothing? Because yeah, this could be anything. I'm not quite sure what's on this cassette. But I've got like a whole bunch of tapes here. He says. Well, now on this, and this is not a lot of tapes with compared to how much I've got, but there's also in here, I think it's this one. It's just another 20 soup. Take 1. Better? How have you been? So these are cassettes that I would fill with kind of weird sound effects, and we talked about me collecting sound like last week with the sting. What I'm looking for, I think it might be here. There's one in here, Dialogue 3. A Slice of Fish. This is Llatinedd Neath. This is Gaz and Jace Take Frith from the 22nd of April 1992. That's us going for a walk 32 years ago. Okay, I'd like to play that. I'd like to play that in our jam, which is why I got this out, because I suddenly thought that would be good. I did mention this. Oh my God, Anthony, yeah, I've known him. And I'd known him for 4 years then, so you figure it. But as you can hear, it's nothing coming out. Now I've got, as all good music people know, you can't have enough leads, so... This is... You can't have that. This thing. Oh my god. Everybody needs one of these. That's what's powering my distortion pedal there. Cables, but I don't think there's the cable I want here, which is mini jack to phono. I think I'd have to go delve deeper. But you know, I didn't want to sort of waylay the stream any further. Let's try a different input. See if no. Oh. There's definitely nothing coming out, is there? And the volume is up. So I'm going to try a phono. This is the box. This is the box. This is what we do. Oh. Tipped everything. Oh, phono to phono. You're not what I want. Come on. Seriously. And the tiniest phono to mini jack. I mean, you know, dear Myvols, please will you send me some phono to mini jack candy cords, some 4-inch jack to candy cords. What else do I need from you guys? And probably some more rip cords, or even the new stuff. I want to try one of your battery power banks with the Nymphus to see if I can get rid of the USB. That's the thing we'll talk to you about. Anyway, quick pop to Asda. Will somebody do that for me? I don't like doing that ever, because the cost of those things is just obscene. Right, all right, well, we're going to try and... Oh, look. Anybody want a 1/4-inch? That is... I mean, come on. Jackson, seriously, mate. I have fed him. He's just... I'm going to have to... He's coming in here. Right, Jackson, go and get me mini jack to... That's mini jack to XLR. Oh, got another nice... That's a nice one. Right, okay. We're going to try and make it work with that. That's USB. Everything's got a place, and everything is in its place. I think I have just run out of 1/4-inch, not 1/4-inch, 1/8 inch. Sorry, 1/8 inch to mini. Ooh. Yeah, that's what I need, which will now pair with the. Oh, there's some cables in here. Cables for tables, right? Where was that fat cable here? Look at this beauty. Oh, I'm an idiot. I've just been listening. Right. On a completely side note, not so long ago, like in fact maybe an hour ago, I was watching Supertramp perform live in 1977, I want to say. And crikey, 3 keyboards at once for a pop band of that era, playing some amazing stuff. Oh, it was so good. I love Supertramp anyway. Such good melodic pop music, which, you know, what are we doing? We're doing that. Okay, so let us now put this. All we're going to do is we're going to put this on. Oh, hello, cassette. Right. Which one's what? Tape out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Line out. Should we go that one? Stop. It's like cassettes. It's funny, isn't it? You know, how far have we've come with technology? I don't miss this, really. But then we're living in a world of faff, right? Okay. Can we hear that? Not very loud, is it? I don't think I can pump the volume any harder. I do need some sort of screwdriver. Some pokey stick. I have screwdrivers in here. Let me just get. You know, I'm a very well stocked studio for all sorts of things, and this is, you know, no exception. But it's all the way up. That's the master volume, right? Okay, but as you can see, there we go. We don't need input 8. I can't remember. That's surely it, isn't it? 1, 2, record select. Doesn't want to record. Monitor, aux line. Monomix remix. Well, I can't hear anything. Let's put another. Let's put a cassette in that has some music on. Oh, okay. This will be loud, but okay. So that's input select as track. Okay, auxiliary. So that's just. It's something random. I would expect these to be the mixer for the 4-track, right? I mean, anyone? Yeah, it's not tape out, it's auxiliary. Look, line out. That's tape out. But then, if we go tape out, you know, you're right, that's going to just go tape straight out, isn't it? So, oh, shut up. Where is the input? Where's the cable? Oh, it's there. So it's input. I can hear something sort of. You've got dodgy cables. Let's try again. It's silly, isn't it? At least we all know that we are all of the time in the same flipping boat. That sounds like it's recording high speed. Right, that's speed. Okay, we can hear that. Can everybody hear that? Is that kind of loud? And I think it's just going to, I think none of this makes any sense. It's just direct out, which is kind of good. Okay, right, so where's that flipping cassette gone? It's there. This is, I have no idea what's on this. That's bizarre. Okay, that's me playing guitar, probably back in 1991. Right, okay. Record over it. Right, okay, here we go. This could be interesting. That's Gaz playing bass. Oh, we're having a jam. Yeah, barely. I know. It's not good, is it? It's not a. I think we need to. What the heck am I doing there? Do you hear that? Yeah, Gaz is grooving, and I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. Playing with my tremolo too much. I think I need to figure out how to get, because much like the guitar, maybe the problem is. Oh, I'm going to be dirty here. That's a fretless. That's his Ibanez. Right. We're going to do something dirty and raw and wrong. And it's not going to work, is it? Still not. So that's one side of it. That's just having a jam. Again, that's yeah. Okay. I don't think the cassette's got the information. Maybe it is on this one. Unless this doesn't a cassette for this. It says dialogue 3. That's not dialogue 3. Oh, but that is. Right. Oh my goodness, we are getting somewhere. Okay, so that's side B. So side 1, Gareth Plodger, 22nd of April. Okay, so I can't think for a minute it's going to be very loud. Noise techno, yeah. Slap a 909 over the top. Well, that's a good point. We can do that, can't we? This is getting hot now. Right, okay. It's time to redress the balance of. It is actually summer. I am in my Jimjams, but it's flipping cold because we're the UK, right? It's cold, it's wet, it's sunny, it's baking, it's hot, it's humid. Oh, it's everything all at once in a day. Right. Oh, I can hear Gaz and me. I think it sounds like you're falling over. Right. Well, it's not loud enough, is it? It simply is not loud enough. Do I? Wow, sorry, Jamie. Everybody. Oh. Can we hear stuff? Yeah, the noise guy from the EMOM. Yeah, I saw that episode actually. So we're walking through a wood, following a stream up to this waterfall in North Wales, and we're carrying up a massive. Gaz had this massive cassette boombox. Did it have a CD player? I think it was cassette. And we're listening to the Beatles. Right, so I think it's going to be a lot of. There's not actually any talking, is there? So disappointing. More us listening to music. Well, this could be interesting if I can. Oh, we could. audio is missing. Right. Brace yourselves, guys. Scott Wood. Through. But I've unplugged it. Strangling. Yes! Exactly, with my 1979 EV. Love the 79 guitars. Right, why? Oh. Do you know what I've done? I've left my flipping Ebo on. Well, that just won't do, will it? Well done, Lisa, yeah. Right, but I can't hear it coming in here, so we've lost something somewhere. Hear it going through the microphone acoustically. That's what I can hear. And just noise. Alright. Let's cut back to basics. Audio out. Right, so So this is what Andy does. It's not what I was going to try and do, I promise you. Slightly longer. Feels like it's literally just right. So I'm going into here. It's coming out into a little bit into the stereo. Just put it straight in there. I think it's just it's definitely on, isn't it? There's no battery in this. We ddim yn gwybod, as they say in Wales, which basically means I do not know. Right, it's quiet, isn't it? I can hear something. Right, so let's boost it again. That's what this was doing. able to control that now. Again. So, input. Clean is just very quiet, isn't it? It does need a boost. I've got a booster pedal, but it's not big enough. Right. So this is nothing exciting because this is just a guitar going through a phaser and a delay. Nothing exciting there. Something's it's not clean enough. Hello, Robert. Right, okay. Now let's modulate low pass. See what happens with a bit of looping envelope. Nothing. Why is nothing happening? Delay. Now all I can hear is the filter. Nothing more rock and roll than a man playing guitar in his pajamas. Or double. Okay, right. Get rid of the phaser. I don't know. Work it out.
Yeah, that's better. Oh, they're not playing.
Pinging more zinging. But yeah.
Doctor Who.
We got there. We did. I think I've just realised that I'm wearing my the wrong glasses. Anyway, let's see what I've missed in the chat. Just gonna have 5 minutes with my hot beverage, which is now cold. Thank you. Oh, thank you very much, Simon. Yeah, it was a bit of a hectic start for sure, and a lot of kind of technical things. And again, what's the rule? The biggest rule of show business is do what you've rehearsed. So, the great idea of doing the bloody 4-track, but I might dig that out for next week. I might just do a little bit of a session with the 4-track, because I've got some interesting cassettes of stuff, which may or may not be of interest to you guys. But yeah, so it was a bit of a red herring, a bit of a distraction from actually just doing what I was doing last night, which is playing with arpeggios, triggering 2 different synth voices within my modular, and then triggering the drum sounds. And I decided not to use PAMs. Let's get the top back up. I decided not to use PAMs because I wanted some specific shapes, some specific things that the keyboard, the notes could offer me, so I could play guitar on top of that, knowing which key it was in, and the notes would be fitting in that key. PAMs is great, and a lot of the other stuff as well is kind of, it's a bit more esoteric and more fluid, but I needed to know where my root note was. And yeah, I did see Jamie saying about C minor. Yeah, are you talking keyboards there? Or are you talking guitar? E minor's a good one, yeah. Oh, wow, there's a lot of chat. Sorry, guys. I finally got going with kind of what I'd started last night, which was just taking the guitar sound, getting it into the filter really, and just letting the looping envelope, sort of modulate the filter to give us, again, very 70s, very sort of, a lot of the sort of, Brian Eno turned up, well, actually he was working in the same studio as, actually, how did that happen? Because didn't the Landlines Down on Broadway waiting room has some, and there's some other stuff that's treatments by Brian Eno, but they recorded at Headley Grange, which is a place that Led Zeppelin had used. 73, they were there. 73, 74, must have been 73 because they were touring 74, weren't they? So it must have been recorded 73. Led Zeppelin were there the year before, I guess. What would that have been then? 71 is 3. So what? How's the Holy? Anyway, there's weird vibes about the place. Anyway, but that kind of treatment of normal instruments was what Brian Eno did. He did it in Roxy Music with Andy Mackay's sax, and he did lots of got me girl on the run. The sax intro to that is treated via, I think, the VCS3, so you just put the audio through that. So I kind of wanted to recreate that. Jamie, make note of this number, A102 VCF. It's a diode filter as found in EMS synth. So it's a kind of like it's as close to one as you're going to get without getting one. So yes, Doctor Who, you nailed it. So that's obviously Doctor Who was EMS, right? All the Radiophonics Workshop up to a point. Certainly the sort of 70s stuff is all going to be that wonderful era of the BBC Radiophonics Workshop, where the Synths 100, that giant thing, plus Synths A and VCS3. So that is a good way to get some of that sound for modular. And I think for me, being able to loop an envelope and throw that into one of the 3 control voltages, and of course you've got attenuation there, so putting it into CV1 just directly affects the frequency. So you've got a little bit of you can play with that a lot. Seriously, I know what that is. That's Gabriel. Can I have longer on my phone? No, I'm in the middle of Gabriel, if you're watching this, no. So finally getting the sound in, getting it working, and actually playing some notes, just forgetting. And I guess we all suffer as. Hang on, Lisa got. Hang on, this chair's a bit lower. It's because when I sit there, I have to lower it because the desk's lower. Excuse me. So, what have I meant to say? Thank you. Yeah, so we all have the moment where we go in the studio. All we want to do is make music, and we turn something on. I need to find, actually, where's the power supply for that? Oh, no, I need to plug it in. So you spend, maybe you've been working all day, and you've got, thank you, thank you. So, it is our enemy as well as our friend. It is our enabler as well as our disabler. So, we all suffer with it. I've suffered in public, which is kind of fun, and I don't mind that at all because we're on the same journey, right? We're all trying to make music in a very short space of time. God, I wish we had the time to just I wish I could have spent the whole day doing this and getting that working, but I have to work like most of you. So I got a day job, come back, got some chores to do, and suddenly it's like, right, it's 7:30. It's like, quick, plug this in. But yeah, it was good to get going, and I think going back to the top down again, having the guitar via some form of boost, which is the TC Electronics before this. I bought this before Behringer bought TC. So it's on the cusp, although they do make the same thing. So that was, Tone Print, I think it is. So that's my Dark Matter overdrive going into the lovely Axis Modular 2 times attenuator, coming out into even more stereo split. I'm splitting it to left, so I'm, not that it's stereo anyway, but and then that's going into the audio input of the VCF, the filter. And of course, depending on where you are with the settings, it's what you get out. Modulating it by the Rides in the Storm. Again, Jamie, these are inexpensive, well-made, well-featured, actually, noticeably, well-featured modules that actually, I think, definitely worth a bit of space in your rack for one of those. They do, I'm going to probably get the 4-channel envelope. I've got space, right? And I'm still, I didn't use the stapler yet. That's a good module as well. I think I need to sort of somehow, I've got this mixer isn't actually input. Still back to 4 inputs, which is not enough. Anyway, we'll figure that out. I need to submix there. Richard, if you're still there, I wonder if there's a way of having a 1U input on the back connecting to that, then having this as the, somehow there must be pinouts for the 7U case, the Befaco 7U case, that will allow you to basically utilize the inputs there. So my guitar will go in here. Let's talk about that again. Anyway, I don't know if you're there anymore. You've probably gone. It's been a long one. An hour and 25 by my timer. Clock is working as well, so it says 25 past. A new clock. If you weren't there for earlier, bought a new clock, charity shop, as well as the jammers. Although these were new. I don't know why I did that, because I wasn't actually doing the right camera. So there you go. There next to my guitars. I was going to play some bass as well, but I didn't, did I? So yeah, so that's it really. And then going through a delay, and I at some point I did feature the phaser here as well, but I find it a little bit noisy, which I suppose it is, isn't it? Phasers are, but it's a Bucket Brigade. I think. Is it? I'll have to
check out. But yeah,
Still hit, yay! Did you think that's an idea? Just like suddenly last night I was thinking, like, wouldn't it be good if it just fitted in the one new socket and I could use the socket? Anyway, so Guitar Jam. Yeah, Peter, you missed like psychedelic. I went full on psychedelic tonight, and actually it was quite good because of the frustrations of the technical issues that we had earlier on. Cassette deck not doing its thing. That took noise. The vote, I was going to go live at the weekend just to sort the technical side of it out, just to sort of, because it's quite good. Bucket Brigade can be noisy. Yeah, I think it is a Bucket Brigade. But it sounds great. I mean, that's the thing. It sounds great. So you've got that. A bulb blew in my studio. And, anyway, yeah. Again, we're just talking about how, the physicality of our technical equipment can sometimes get in the way of enabling us to make music. But for me, smoke and everything. Wow. Sorry, hope nothing's damaged. That sounds serious. Yeah. Yeah. Do you know? So many things you could do, but being as I'm a guitar player and sort of an electronic musician, but guitar is my instrument. How would I? It's weird. Maybe I could just have. I've got no sample module. If I had a sample module playback, just trigger. I do. Flipping QD. Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. Great idea. Tape. Yeah. Just have that tape, just noodling. But again, it's like tempo and it's easier to play on the top, not the other way around. But I think I might do a bit of both in that next jamming in Jimjams, we'll do guitars and modular part 2. And I will spend some time putting some of those weird sounds. But then it was easy enough. Honestly, it was easy enough to play the modular and just have the guitar here and just trigger it with my finger. But yeah, tape. I want the tape there. Like, actually, Jamie, the gig I did that you were at, the Sonic State Live in 2016, where I had the reel-to-reel. Now, some of the stuff on that reel-to-reel was comped from cassettes that I've got here, like this one right in the machine with Gaz. So I might do a similar thing. I've got a Walkman somewhere as well. I've got a Walkman Pro. I need to sell that. Anyone want to buy one? Actually, I got to sell a load of stuff. So message me if you want sub 37. Got to get rid of that. Electron Digitone. Got to get rid of that too. What else am I getting? Oh, I've got a whole bunch of stuff. I was going to get rid of the DCS, but with its trippy little volume, I can't sell that. It's not working properly. Yeah. So anyway, FS key, ask. Tape, ask. 1U. Oh, that's, yeah. But can you get it so that I can plug into this, the case? It's got a power board. There must be some way. There's 3-pin headers. You'd think, wouldn't you? Hot tip sleeve, ring tip sleeve, 3 pins. It's got to be, isn't it? Is that what that's? Well, and there's, yeah. So I wonder if it's going to be that simple that instead of having these on the back, you just have 2 3-pin headers. You put them into the board, and you've got 2 inputs, external inputs, that come into here, and then in the 1U, and then goes all over the place. That would be a cool. Anyway, that would be a really cool thing, a really great utility module. But yeah, so I don't know what I was saying before I distracted. So I'm going to distract myself further by just looking through the. Okay. So
separate days or sessions for sound design, experimentation, and creative. Yeah. It is that different sides of the brain. That's what I was getting to. The different sides of the brain. So when you've got technical stuff, it gets in the way of creative stuff. Creative stuff, if you're deep in creativity, you can't be practical. I mean, I've had to, the jobs I've done, but certainly being on the road, you know, you get deep into the technical side of repairing stuff and you know, figuring out why things don't work, and you've got no time to think. You just got to do it. So that side of things. But obviously in the studio, I mean, like, just before, so I was looking for power supply, and I'm trying to be in the creative space. Suddenly I ended up using the 12-volt 1 amp, the wavetable microwave, which is still under the desk, so that was kind of easy one. But yeah, right. Well, I think it's it's modular is always a great. Who are we talking about? Lady Aptitude. Oh, I've never heard her. Drop a link in the chat, because it'd be nice to sort of go and hear, unless she's got a channel, is it? It could easily do. Anyway, great. Thanks for your patience. Thanks for staying so long. Follow me on Instagram if you don't already do so. So drop me a line if you want any of the stuff that I'll be selling. It's like 3 things, isn't it? Oh, and I'm probably going to get rid of the Mini Brute too. It's such a good. I can't sell it for much, and it's good, really good. But anyway, so there's things, isn't it? I mean, I've got limited space, and I want to make space for other stuff. But brought my Pro 1 home. It was in work. I was going to. Why was it in work? I think it was going to give it a service on my workbench. Anyway. Oh, look up. Okay. Okay, Lady Aptitude. Yeah, we'll do. I'll do that afterwards, and I think everyone else as well. So, I'm very sorry to diverge. No. Thomas, no, that's the whole point of the conversation, is that we're all here enjoying the social aspect of this as much as anything else as well. So, no, appreciate that. No, please do. Don't stop at all. I'll take the Wasp. Do you know, it's a Nat special, and it doesn't work. I've got something I can't talk about happening. Anyway, I've got to put it against the Mantis before anything else happens. But there were only 50 of them ever made, because they were leftover components after EDP had folded. Chris Huggett had already left. I think somebody else designed the Nat after him. After he left, I think. I'm not quite, it's a bit hazy. And then the Nat and the Wasp, because it was EDP Oxford was the next company, and then that folded. And then that's not EDP. It says on it, Wasp Synthesizers Limited of Oxford. So obviously he was trying different, but it's using all the parts and obviously making it a little bit. So I don't think many of them were made. I think that when I did some research about 10, maybe even 15, 20 years ago, because it wasn't working. Got it working. I've actually got a MIDI interface in there, which came from Australia, of all places. And I actually spoke to someone about it who used to service them. I don't know who that was. Anyway, so there's not many of them around, so I don't know what the value is, because I think when I spoke to some guy called Jasper, funnily enough, Jasper Wasps, he said that he knew of 15 in existence. So it could be super rare. So I don't know what the value of that thing is. But it is, yeah. The Pro 1 needs a new keyboard. Sub 37's good though. That's good to go. Kent Spong. It wasn't Ken, I don't think, but it was someone. NHS service synth. They do. But yeah, so there's a lot of tweaking to do, a lot of upgrading and making space. I do want, and I haven't got enough. I know I'm getting rid of the Digitone. It's just not. I just don't use it. But I do need something seriously FM, and having played that last week, I'm like, oh, it's so good. Bought some knobs. Bought some new knobs, but they looked like that. They looked, and I think Paulie's just put a post on Facebook as well on the Pro Synth Network page of a bag of these. So because look at the shape of it, right? It's almost the perfect shape, but they're tiny, so I've got to send them back. It's a never-ending. Oh, I'm putting the wrong thing. It just looks silly. So silly. Anyway, I divulge. We've gone off topic again. Of course we do. Bag of knobs. Great name for it. Exactly. Digitac, yeah, Digitac 2, isn't it? Yeah, I like the Digitac though. I mean, I probably would keep if I'd have bought the Digitac, I'd have kept it. But not that I dislike FM. I love FM, but I want something a bit more FM than that. It's good, but always know your knob measurements. It was late. I was tired. Is 16? Is that tall enough? It was 12mm wide though. The flanged base was much too narrow. I think versus 20. So I found one which I think is 18. So I'm hoping that 1mm circumference less is not going to be noticeable. Anyway, it cost me £3 to send them back. $1.79 to get them here. That's unbelievable, isn't it? Anyway, but yeah, check your circumference, check your depth, and make sure you're buying a. Oh, really? Thunder effect. Oh, it is. Yeah. Right. Oh, I see, Jamie. Sorry about the NHS. Yeah, they're not the kind of, like, see, I haven't washed them yet. I've just took them out of the bag. It's square. I want. Yeah, they look like scrubs, don't they? They do look like scrubs, but it's jamming in Jimjams, and I think what I was wearing before was just it was child's pajamas that I'd had since the 90s. Don't ask. You just buy stuff and wear it, don't you? When you're young, you just don't care. So I used to wear things like that. I used to go out wearing joggers. I mean, come on. Right. Okay. So back next week for the world of synth. I'm not quite sure yet what we'll be doing on that, but yeah, I'm sure it'll be some. Didn't I have an idea? What was it? I did have an idea about world of synth. Maybe we'll do the Digitone. Let's do the Digitone and see if I can. It's like the bang or bin kind of series that I tried last year. Anyway, I digress. Okay, I've got some editing to do now because I did some filming for a promo for this, so I need to get that done. Thank you very much for joining me, feeling my pain at the beginning, sticking with me till the end, and hopefully, yeah, you've enjoyed the jam. I certainly enjoyed playing for you, and that was, that's really good, and I definitely feel I did what I wanted to do with the guitar and the modular, and creating some otherworldly sounds that didn't sound like a sound you could make with a guitar and a pedal board. That's the thing, but more of that to come, and I think part 2 will be even better with cassettes. Yes. Thank you from Normandy. Ah, excellent. Thank you, Thomas. Yeah. Good. And all the best. I'll play out with an arpeggio, I think. Oh, that's not arpeggio. Here we go. If you don't subscribe. I'm sure you all do. And yeah, suggestions in the comments, as always. Yeah, thanks, Peter. Got very psychedelic.